Hey everybody, Jerome Maldonado. Today I'm going to give you 5 design tips on how to build a house for resale purposes to profit from it. And these design tips are stuff that I've exercised for over 20 plus years. It helps sell a house quicker in a downturn economy or in a great economy. The biggest variable when you're buying land and you're building houses is how quick the real estate's going to sell. Because at the end of the day, if the real estate doesn't sell, you make no money. So the goal is, what can I do to minimize the days on the market that I own and hold a home, and how can I get this house to be attractive to people to sell it? So super important. A few design tips. In our business model, I always tell people, you can build smaller homes. And the design tips are area specific. So if you take a look at what we're doing in Washington State, the square footage size is slightly under what I'm telling you guys nationwide, but that's a unique market circumstance based on the tech industry and the high influx of people that are migrating to that area for work, and they have higher wages exponentially compared to the rest of the nation. So when the rest of the nation, the average income is $48,000 a year, the average income in that market is over $150,000 a year. That's 3 times the amount of what it is nationwide. So hence, the houses are a little smaller, but they're substantially more expensive. So outside of those unique markets and in the rest of the other states across the United States, and even just a couple hours away from that market, what I'm going to tell you guys today holds true nationwide in the other 50 states across the United States. So I always build homes, never under 2,000 square feet, and I always stay between 2,000 and 2,700. Once I get to 2,700, the houses start getting really big. So, and then they start becoming a lot more expensive to build and to sell. So if you can stay under 2,700, and I actually like kind of hitting it just right around that 2,600 at the maximum, and then no smaller than 2,000, that market sector will buy and sell. The market sector of individuals will buy and you will sell. And so always stay between 2,000 and 2,600 square feet. Now, I go in, and one of the design tips that I always give people is I tell them, look, you can go in and you can build high end. Like if you come to my house, I have triple pane, Pella windows, top highest end, colored frames on the outside, interior wood on the inside. But this is a multi-million-dollar home, right? So you don't go and put these even in $600,000, $500,000 homes, even $1 million homes. If you go and you look, you got to pay attention to what's circulating nationwide. I remember when I first started building, MTV Cribs was in a show that was very high sought after by the affluent and lifestyles of the rich and famous. You look at the houses, the wealthy would walk you through their homes. And with the exception of really elite homes, the mass majority of them had simple windows in them. And so you look at magazines, you look at the windows, they're simple vinyl windows, double pane vinyl windows, tan or white, and it'll cut your building costs down by 50% on your windows alone. So where you can go in and put $25,000 into windows, or you can build a house of 2,200, 2,300 square feet and put $10,000 into windows. So ladies and gentlemen, people don't buy houses based on the windows, frames themselves. They just want a nice house with big open windows and a big open floor plan. So understand that when you go through like modern luxury home magazine, one thing that you'll take note of, even on this one, vinyl clad windows. And beautiful home, vinyl clad windows. And you go through the book, it's like that in most of them. And so they're energy efficient, they pass the energy green codes, and they're good quality, but they're simple and they're cost effective. That's key. Now, another one is the ceiling height. Super important. People want an open floor plan. This isn't 1970 anymore where you walk into a house, all ceilings are 8 feet tall, and you feel confined, and the hallways are 3-4 feet wide and real narrow. You want to be able to have that open feel, okay? So when I build homes, I usually do 10-foot ceilings throughout the entire house, with the exception of the kitchen and the family room being at 12 feet or higher. Sometimes I'll even go to 14 feet, and I'll do my entryway sometimes at 16 feet, but these homes are really nice homes. Now, For the average home you're building though, you don't need to go that extravagant. Most of the builders around me, I try to trump over my competitors. And I'm able to do so because I've cut out middlemen as far as realtors, brokers, everybody, and we do it all in-house. Hence, giving me the affordability to do what my competitors cannot afford to do. Now, you may be one of my competitors. They still do well financially, making $80,000 to $100,000 per build. But if you go in and you put 9-foot minimum ceiling heights throughout your house, 9 feet, not 8 feet, 9 feet, 9-foot ceilings through your hallways, your bedrooms, your laundry rooms, your bathrooms, all those have 9-foot ceilings in them. Your closets, everything has 9-foot ceilings. But when you get to the entryway, the kitchen and the living area go a minimum of 10 feet. And if you have the ceiling height, the affordability to go to 12, push it to 12. But to save money in a less affluent market, and if you're tidying up, at least 10-foot ceilings in the family room and in the kitchen and in the entryway. So when they open the door, the house looks open, bright, and a big open floor plan. And that's the fourth thing. Fourth tip is wide open floor plans. We're not living again in 1980 where people want a dining room, a kitchen, a breakfast nook, a formal dining room, your regular kitchen dining room, and then a breakfast nook, and then your kitchen, and then your bedrooms. Now, people want living area. They want living space. We live in an era of entertainment. People want to have that wide open floor plan. They want to feel free and open. So the walls, interior walls, ladies and gentlemen, between family rooms, kitchen, take them down. They're no longer needed. You don't need them anymore. Wide open floor plan, separated with a center island, a little center bar or something, where the wives, the husbands, the kids, everybody that's in the house can all circulate and be one unit as opposed to being separated. One of the things my wife hated about our old house, and we built it, was we separated the family room from the kitchen with just a fireplace. Well, we had a toilet valve leak, and it flooded our house at one point in time. And so when that happened, and we had to renovate because of all the water damage on the first floor, I told my wife, this wall comes down, because her biggest complaint was she goes, look, Jerome, I hate being in the kitchen. I hate cooking. She goes, I hate it because you guys are in there. I can't see you guys. I can't see the TV. I feel like isolated in my own little dungeon in here. And so in our floor plans, we were already building with wide open floor plans. But it's nice to be able to have a family unit, and families love it. So when they're entertaining, the wife, the husband, whoever's cooking in the kitchen could be cooking, and you could still be entertaining. The kids could be playing, but you're all one family unit in one big open room. People love that open floor plan, and it sells. We've learned that over the years, to be able to put the kitchen and dining room, the kitchen, the family room, the surround sounds, the couches, all in one unit. Sells houses every time. We do a wraparound floor plan, high ceilings, wide open floor plan. That's your fourth tip. Always consider the usability and open space of the people that are going to be in that house and what you yourself would like and desire. And then fifth, the back of the house, the position of the house. So when you walk in that house and you open that front door, what do you see in the backyard? So if you're building in a condensed area where you're building where it's a tract community, it's pre-planned, and there's block walls or fences around you, make sure that when you open that front door and the windows have a view, a beautiful landscape. Landscape sells homes, ladies and gentlemen. So if you go in and you open up that door, have a little water feature, or a nice accent piece, some decor, some pots with some pretty flowers. That sells a house. The staging of that sells a house. But what we do is we are lucky enough to be at the base of the Rocky Mountains. So when you open up any one of my houses, if I'm doing lots, my lots all face either a city view, that you have panoramic city views. So at night, you get the city views. Or you open up my doors, my front doors, they look straight through to the family rooms, and you have big giant windows to the mountains. You open up front, you're like, wow, what a view. Or we have our Mesa views on the other side. So I position all my homes so that they have views, and I always take in mind the finished views of the largest rooms in the house. That's your kitchen, that's your family room, and your master bedroom. Face those to the most desirable views that you have, either in the environment or in your yard. And ladies and gentlemen, those 5 tips will keep you selling homes each and every time, whether you have an accelerated market or a decline market. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you go out and you make money through the means of buying land, building houses, and you can compound your success.